Hey guys, this is Def Crazy Tech, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why I know that the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 will be a total flop. Want to be notified every single time a new Def Crazy Tech video comes out? Hit that notification bell and subscribe for more content. So Samsung just released their Samsung Galaxy S9, and the only things they changed were they added a camera on the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, so 2 cameras now. They changed the fingerprint alignment to go under the camera instead of to the side because it's way easier to reach now. And then they added AR emoji, which is basically a cop-out of Animoji, and if you haven't seen that, that is really terrifying. And then they also added this feature that would change the aperture from f1.5 to f2.4. So basically 2.4 it would expand, but then it would let less light in, and in 1.5 it would let a lot of light in, so your video quality would be better, which was a really awesome feature at first, but then it was just a gimmick. So enough about the Samsung Galaxy S9, and now about the Samsung Note 9. So rumors have said that the only things they're changing is they're changing the pen color. They're changing the pen color from, I guess, whatever you like, whatever color comes in the phone, to yellow. So they're adding that, and then there will be a slightly bigger screen. They're going to rearrange the fingerprint sensor. They're going to move it again because apparently it was still not very good when they quote-unquote improved it. It didn't improve that much. So now they're going to make it even better. They're going to add stereo speakers, like actual 2 speakers, not just 1. And yeah, that's all they're adding. And Samsung is the kind of company that they need to innovate. So like with the Samsung Galaxy S8, those sold so quickly. Those were crazy because they changed the screen. They made the bezels way slimmer, and then they made it, like, I think, curve more. So they basically made it look completely different, and that's why that phone was such a big seller. But with the Samsung Galaxy S9, they didn't change much besides what I already said, and they also added like a new color, like the purple color or something like that. And that was like a total fail. And now they're going to make a Note 9, and it's not going to sell well. Samsung they keep trying to pull an Apple. See, they can't change much, like they physically can't, because they changed so much in the last upgrade that they can't, like, make the bezel shrink because, like, even more. Well, they did on the Samsung Galaxy S9, but not by much. What I'm saying is, like, they can't seriously increase or decrease the size of the bezels, because when you decrease the size of the bezels, or I guess the more you change something, the less you can change it in the future, if that makes any sense. So like, one example is, so with the Samsung Galaxy S8, they made the bezel way slim, but they can't, since you have to like, to make it so that with the iPhone 10, they had to fold the OLED screen under like the rest of the screen, and then attach all the like the display ports and stuff later under the display. So that's where all like the chips were and stuff. So they basically had to bend it under itself, and that is way expensive for anyone other than Apple to do. And that's why the iPhone 10 or iPhone X costs $1,000 at a minimum, because like that's one of the main reasons that it made it super hard to actually fold it under. So other companies aren't going to do that, so they can't really make the bezels much slimmer. But the thing with Apple is they have such a huge following, and I know I'm part of that. That's true. But they have such a huge following that it doesn't matter if they don't change much. People are just like, I don't care. What's the new iPhone? Let me just get the new iPhone, and they just like something that works. So they're so, Apple phones are so easy to use that people don't even care if they didn't change much and they're just paying for a new phone. They're just like, okay, my phone is getting old, so I just need the new iPhone. They don't even look it up. They just buy it, and that's why so many iPhones. That's why they kept the iPhone 6 design for 4 years. They're still keeping it, and the reason for that is they why fix. You don't need a. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sure you have heard that expression before, but see, that's why Apple can do such little upgrades every single year, and they still keep outselling themselves. The only exception of that is the iPhone 10. But there's a rumor of the next iPhones, the iPhone 9. They're trying to sell apparently 100 million of those. So that's almost as much as that's not quite as much as the iPhone 6, but ever since the iPhone 6, that'll probably be the biggest seller because it's like so similar to the iPhone 10, but it'll cost like $300 less. But Apple can do little tiny upgrades every single year, but Samsung can't, because they're supposed to be the innovators. They're supposed to be the ones that are changing the game, and that's what they're going to do next year. So I predict with if they do a Samsung like Galaxy 10 or Galaxy X, that's going to be a big money maker. But that's going to fold. So that'll be like the first foldable smartphone that people can buy with their own money. But another rumor about the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, at a minimum, right? At a minimum, it's supposed to cost what, $1,200, and then at the most, $1,500. So who the heck is going to buy that? And the $1,500 version, or about that, is 512 gigabytes, which is a crap ton of gigabytes, but on a phone, you do not need that. 256 gigabytes is plenty, it's plenty. You do not need a 512 gigabyte phone. And now their phones are getting more expensive than Apple's, so it's going to totally flop. So if you like my content, please share and like, and thank you for watching the video. Goodbye.